Guys, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about bones and all. So I'm coming to you with this one later than most people because this, believe it or not, isn't even out here in Portugal. I got to watch an event screening, so the official date for the release here is December 1st. So I'm happy that I got to watch it before December, but I wanted to watch it a little earlier when most people watched it. Still, movies are like really delayed here, so it is what it is. But I got to watch it and I'm here to talk to you about this one. Although this wasn't on my most anticipated list because I don't think this was like officially announced when I made the list, this was pretty high on my list, mainly because of Timothée Chalamet. You know, I really like him and I should actually do a best of him because I've seen most of his films. Anyway, today we're here to talk about Bones and all, and let's just get to it. So, if you don't know what Bones and all is about, I'm gonna try and be as vague as possible, because there are some details that I thought were like common knowledge, like I thought everyone knew. However, the official synopsis and the trailer, like the first trailer, doesn't give away one key thing. So I'm gonna try and not talk about that, although it's gonna be difficult to not mention that in my thoughts. Still, I'm gonna try my best. So Bones and All is about a young woman that embarks on a journey, like a road trip through America, like in search for something. And in that journey she meets a guy and they connect in a really like disturbing way, a really odd, weird way, and that is as much as I can tell without spoiling anything. The movie stars, as I said, Timothée Chalamet, but actually the protagonist, like the main girl, is Taylor Russell, who you might know from Escape Room. And I do have some thoughts on that, so I'll get to that later. But it also stars Mark Rylance and Andre Holland. There's a few other like cameos that are pretty interesting and surprising, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. So, post that, let's get to my thoughts. So, I gotta say that when I came out of the theater, I was a bit lost and like confused. I didn't really know what to feel towards the film. It's just a lot. Like, there's a lot to it. It's not, I wouldn't say it's super heavy, but there's definitely like heavy stuff and disturbing aspects about the film. It's just a really different mix of things. On one hand, it's like a really like beautiful and sweet film, but at the same time it's kind of disgusting and disturbing, so it was just weird. Also, I didn't see any trailers or anything, so I didn't exactly have an idea of what to expect, but somehow I got what I thought the movie would be. Like, the story was what I thought it would be. The ending wasn't super surprising or anything. It's just that the mix of everything that happens, it's quite different and it becomes like a really special film. Yeah, it's different, but the more I think about it, the more I like it, and I kind of want to watch it again, although it's intense at times. It's really, really beautiful. I also wish I read the book because I just feel like there's more. Yeah, I don't know. I read that the book isn't that great, and in a way, I think the movies could be better than the book. But I just wish I had something to make me understand the film better. Regardless, like, I would say the film is pretty much about love. You can see it in the poster, like it's a heart, and it's a romance. Like, deep down, the film is a romance. It's just a really dark romance, I would say. As I said, like, the imagery at times is pretty dark and kind of disturbing, but like, there's just, the film has like a sweet and like heartwarming feel to it. It's also kind of sad at times, but again, it's such a beautiful film, like visually but also metaphorically. Like, the story, it's beautiful, the imagery. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting anything else from Luca Guadagnino. Hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Like, all his other films are pretty beautiful, and cinematography wise, I would say this is pretty similar to Suspiria. It's more of a like old school type of vibe. I don't think they tell you when the movie is set, like the year, but yeah, you see that it takes place maybe like in the 80s or something. Maybe I just didn't notice and they tell you in the beginning, I just can't remember. But yeah, there's an old school feel to it, and the score is like, it's made by the Nine Inch Nails guys, so obviously it would be like beautiful. I don't know how Luca does it, but he always gets some pretty good musicians to score his films, like Tom York on Suspiria, and now Nine Inch Nails on like this film, like Bones and All. Yeah, so cinematography, score, and acting are superb. Like, I knew Timothy would be good. Like, the surprise for me was Taylor Russell, because as I said, I knew her from Escape Room, and I mean, she wasn't bad, but she wasn't great either in that film. I just thought she was like pretty basic, and yeah, but I guess it was down to the script, because here she has like an amazing performance. She obviously is the protagonist, so she has a lot more screen time than Timothy. But yeah, she is great too, and yeah, she totally deserves to get some praise and some recognition for this performance. Because I feel like people talk about this one mainly because of Timothy and Luca, but like, she was really, really good. And yeah, like, overall, it's like a really beautiful, heartwarming and heartbreaking horror romance. That's how I would describe it. It's like beautiful, heartwarming, but heartbreaking at the same time. And it is also kind of disturbing, so it's a weird mix, as I said, but it's so beautiful. So if you can like take it, if you know what the movie is about, and you feel like you can watch it because it's pretty graphic, I would totally recommend it because it's beautiful and I kind of want to watch it again. So yeah, post that, let's get to my scores. So overall, I give the film a 4 out of 5. I almost debated giving it a 4.5, honestly, but maybe on a second watch, because it's just amazing, like on a technical level. It's just the story that I needed more from, but maybe on a second watch, I'll just give in and give it a 4.5, but for now it's a 4 out of 5. Cinematography, I also give it a 4 out of 5. As I said, it's beautiful. I love like the vibe and the atmosphere and the shots look beautiful. Like there's some really beautiful shots, and the camera movements, everything about it is like perfect. And originality, I give it a 3.5 out of 5. I don't think it's super original, but the way it is put together and how it mixes romance and horror in a like different and disturbing way, it's really interesting. So yeah, I gotta give props to that. Yeah, props to like the writer of the book as well, because like deep down this came from her. But yeah, it's pretty original in the way it is presented to you. So yeah guys, these are my thoughts on Bones and All. I'm pretty sure you all have seen this one already. So if you have, let me know in the comments your thoughts. Like, do you think there's a reason why everyone is talking about this one? Do you like agree with the hype? If you haven't seen it, let me know if you're planning on watching it. I do recommend it, but if you like, maybe do a little bit of research if you don't know what it really is about, because it might be a little bit too much for some people. But if you want to be totally surprised, just go in and watch it, because it's, at least it's beautiful to look at, and it's well made, great performances, a little bit disturbing, but yeah. So I guess that's pretty much it. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!